Hello and welcome to my Bioshock 2 Scout Guide. Scout is a plasmid that lets you become a ghost, essentially, or projection of yourself, and cast plasmids on enemies and explore areas. So, some things to note about Scout. To activate it, you just activate the plasmid. I'm sorry, that's decoy. It looks just like Scout. Alright, so right now I am scouting. This is a decoy I just placed, but this is where my actual body is. I can cast 3 plasmids before I'm returned to my body by force. If you travel too far away, you will be returned to your body, and if you get shot, like if your actual body gets hit by any source of damage, you will be returned to your body. So this plasmid is only really good with like natural camouflage. It can be used with Fountain of Youth, so that you can just kind of keep spamming Scout and plasmids and regenerate your Eve while you're doing this. Natural camouflage greatly helps. Some other things to use are like Eve Saver, Drill Specialist is good with this. So here's basically the use case, right? Like I'm exploring. I'll kind of go over the distance of how far you can go. I can damage this Big Daddy, but it probably will find me. So let's actually just hit him with some incinerates. Alright, so I'm going to get returned to my body. That was 3 casts, so here's me getting returned to my body. Alright, so it's very likely this will find me. I'm going to try it anyways. Obviously, if I had natural camouflage, it would never find me. And if I had Fountain of Youth and I was just hanging out in water, that would be good as well. So you can kind of get some damage off. Then it returns you after 3 uses. There's 2 tiers to scouts. Tier 1 just lets you scout and use plasmids. Tier 2 actually lets you hack things. So you can like explore and hack things. You can never pick up objects because you're physically not there. I think this is going to find me soon. I have a hard time, like, believing it won't. So far, this Big Daddy doesn't know where I'm at because it's just getting hit with plasmids and Scout. So this is one way of taking down a Big Daddy that's quite brainless. So you can use it in this way. I'm just gonna keep swarming this with bees. I don't think he sees me, so this is one use for Scout. It's especially good with Drill Specialist, so you could take down Big Daddies just by abusing this. If you were running a Drill Specialist build and you're really efficient with Eve and Plasmid, so that would be pretty strong actually. Looks like he found me finally. Obviously, if I was invisible with natural camouflage, he never would have found me. So that's just something to keep in mind. Just buy some more Eve just to test this. Just pick this annoying little sister. Soul sister up. Alright, so alright, let's go over it one more time. Alright, so if you get hit, you will be returned. If you use 3 plasmids, you will be returned. If you go too far away, you'll be returned, so I'll show that. Just kind of finish up. It doesn't matter how much the Eve cost is. If you just use 3 plasmids, you'll be returned. So you can see there that I was too far. So that's roughly the distance you can scout to. So it's quite far. If you have Fountain of Youth and natural camouflage, it can be extremely broken. You can beat the entire game without taking damage, very likely. So that's just something to consider. Let's see if this is water. No, you have to actually be standing in water. So you want like a pool of some kind. But yeah, that's Scout. It's especially good with natural camouflage, Fountain of Youth, and Drill Specialist. It really excels with Drill Specialist because Drill Specialist can't really get at enemies. Also note, it does cost Eve to hack things with Scout 2. There's only 2 tiers. You can use any plasmids during Scouts, and there's 3 ways of getting back to your body. Either you take damage from an enemy, you go too far away from your body, or use 3 plasmids. So yeah, that's the final plasmid for my plasmid series for Bioshock 2, and I'm going to be going over the plasmid tier list and then on to Bioshock Infinite finally. So thanks for checking these out, and I will see you in Bioshock Infinite.